There you go.
Perfect. Okay, everybody, this is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas again. We're going to start with the epic business presentation. So the number one question is, shouldn't you be first at least once in your life at something? We have a lot of opportunities that come and go, and sometimes we get in late and we wonder, oh, I wish I would have got that sooner. I mean, I can give you a whole host of them, like why didn't I buy Bitcoin when it was $450 or Ethereum when it was $7, or, the list just goes on and on. But what you have before you right now and what you're going to see today is your opportunity to get into something at the ground floor that can absolutely change your life. And the name of the company is Epic. And Epic stands for Exceptional People, Incredible Compensation. And what Epic is trying to do, and they are going to do very successfully, is create Forex for a new generation. Now, Forex trading has been around for ages. It is one of the oldest ways of trading. I mean, technically speaking, you can go back into ancient history and talk about Forex trading when, different countries or different groups are exchanging currencies. But now with the modern day technology and the ability to do trades on your phone and have Zoom sessions and, the amount of knowledge and coaching that's out there, it is the perfect time to get into this opportunity. This could not have been done 20, 30 years ago. Network marketing has been around, trading has been around, but to be able to merge these two together has finally been able to happen within the last several years, and it has been an absolute boom. So what we're doing is creating the world's ultimate trading and lifestyle community. Trading is where you're going to make your money. Same thing with, building an organization. But it's not always about business. You have to have the lifestyle too. And Epic really wants to, invoke that lifestyle into what we're doing here. So let's talk about Epic's leadership. They have some of the most awesome leaders. We just got off a call with the CEO right before this call. And our CEO is David McCovey. Now, David McCovey has been in the network marketing business for years. He has done multiple six figures, not a year, he's done multiple six figures a month in 3 different businesses, and he is about to set forth on his 4th, which is Epic. He also owns Evolution Travel. So he's wanted to get into the Forex business for quite a while. He wanted to make sure he had the right team in place. And because of circumstances with, other things going on in the network marketing industry, an opportunity presented itself. And that opportunity came from David Lisiaga, the Vice President of Business Development. They decided to come together to form Epic. And the cool thing about that is David Lisiaga has been in the Forex industry for a while. He knows how to trade. He knows how to build organizations. It's exactly what David McCovey was looking for in somebody to launch a Forex network marketing business. On top of that, we have the esteemed Spencer Iverson. This guy is awesome. He is the perfect person to be the president of this company. He has been the president of several companies. He's an attorney. He's a sports agent. He has built several companies from the ground up. This guy's business acumen is through the roof. It's exactly who you want at the top of your company to lead. He knows how to build organizations, as does Mark Sterling, our VP of sales. This guy is absolutely brilliant. And one thing that he said the other night that really stuck with me is we're not a network marketing company that sells a Forex product. We are a Forex trading academy that has a network marketing component. So we are product first. Our product stands alone, okay? People can use our product without having to recruit a single soul to make money. However, if they do choose to recruit and they choose to sponsor and let people know about the opportunity, they will be rewarded handsomely from this company. So that's the cool thing about it, is that if people just want to trade and learn that, they can get that education very inexpensively compared to other options out there. We also have Jonathan Green, the Global Master Ambassador. Now, this man has been around the industry for a while. He is a computer engineer. He's a mathematician. Absolutely brilliant. He's another guy that you really want at the top of the company to lead us in the path forward. And then Coach Max. Coach Max is the director of Forex Training. She is a 6-figure trader. She handles all the curriculums and trains all the other coaches that we have the sessions with. And she is absolutely phenomenal. So as far as the Epic advantage goes, what are the advantages of being a part of this company? First and foremost, we take data security very important. There are some companies out there that have dropped the ball with data security. They've had, their customers' credit cards get hacked. They've had data breaches. So security for our members is first and foremost. We have fun and professional Forex trading. We've been on these live trading seminars. We learn things that are absolutely amazing, and we have fun in the process too. It's not so serious where people are just apprehensive about the whole thing. We have fun while we're learning how to trade. We get paid on time. We have a third-party processor that handles all of the payroll. They pay into what is called a global e-wallet. You can get a debit card. You can transfer directly to your bank account. You will get paid every Friday when you have commissions due. The other cool thing is, rather than getting your credit card charged every month, if you have commissions available, your monthly fee comes out of your commissions. Therefore, you don't have to worry about, oh, my credit card got stolen, or my credit card expired and the new one hasn't come in, because you'd be worried that, did I get my commission? No worries. If you have commissions available, then your monthly fee will come out of the commissions. So you don't have to worry about missing any payments. We have amazing back office tracking and reporting. I've been playing around with this for about a week now. It is so awesome that when somebody is new to my team and maybe they're not so tech savvy, but they're like a great recruiter, I'll say, hey, you know what? Just give them my link. And when somebody signs up, tell me what their name is. I'll go into my back office and I'll place them in your organization. It's so phenomenal to be able to have technology like that, because it makes it a lot easier on people rather than, let's get on a phone call. Okay, do you see this? Do you see that? You know what? Go ahead and tell me who the person is, and I will record a quick video and show you exactly what I did. We take care of our leaders. Leadership is first and foremost, because in this type of business, you need to cultivate leadership. You need to create leaders in order to have that exponential growth. You don't want to have a whole bunch of people that are dependent. So when you join our team, we take leadership first and foremost. We put people in positions where they can give webinars, where they can be leaders of groups, where they can give information out. We don't want this situation where everybody's dependent on one person. We want to have a lot of leaders. And this is really cool. Within the next 60 days, all of these trainings and everything will be in several different languages. So we are going worldwide. We're actually already worldwide. I mean, my team consists of people from Kenya, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from the Philippines, from Canada, US. I mean, we're all over the world, and it's only going to get bigger and better. I mean, we're only 1 week into this pre-launch. We're very big on compliance. We do everything by the books and by the law. And as far as marketing goes, Madison Avenue quality. What is Madison Avenue? That's like the quality that a Nordstrom's or a Saks Fifth Avenue or a Fortune 500 company uses. Top of the line marketing will be at your fingertips. As far as training, we're going to have live sessions 3 times a day, Monday to Friday. Okay, so we have our morning session, which is our New York session, then our evening session, which is the Tokyo session, and then your late night session, which is about 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. That's your London session. And we're going to have daily trade signals. The company is going to send out signals to you to tell you what trades the company is going to take, so you can copy and follow that trade that professionals are doing. It allows you to make money while you're learning. And I mean, isn't that awesome? I mean, I wish when I went to university that I could make money while I'm in class. And instead, I was just like wondering, what am I going to do with my life? Because this subject clearly isn't it. But over here, you get to actually learn something that you want to do, plus you get to make money while you do it. And that all happens with the Epic University. The Epic University is what's going to teach you all the things you need to know, the terminology, the trade structures and everything. And when you're actually on these live sessions with the coaches, then it doesn't seem so, it doesn't seem so Greek to you. You're like, okay, I totally remember that because I read it in the Epic University. Now it makes sense when I see it. And when you're on these live sessions, the coaches are showing you what to do. And when they take a trade, you can take that trade with them, okay? And our coaches are really good. They win a lot more than they lose. As a matter of fact, since July 5th, they have accumulated 25,000 pips, probably more than that now. Now, what is a pip? A pip is like a unit of, of value when you come to Forex trading. So if you were doing these things called micro lots, you'd be up $2,500. If you were doing the big lots, for $1 each, you'd be up $250,000. That's how much volume and volatility there is in the markets that you can make a lot of money really quick. And we're going to have an interactive trading community where you could talk to other traders, kind of pick their brains and get to know them. And if anybody has any questions, I'll check them at the end. Or Marianne, if they have any questions, just go ahead and answer them. That way I don't have to swap back from my window. But definitely save your questions for the end. I will give time where we can answer them, okay? Unless it's something about my volume or anything. No? Okay, good. All right. Okay, so like I was saying, Mr. McCovey is all about the lifestyle. If you just saw him a few minutes ago, he has that nice necklace, the nice rings, the nice watch. He dresses like he's, just the perfect 10, right? And he wants us to be able to live that lifestyle too, which is cool. So he shows us the things we need to do to live this lifestyle. He doesn't just show it to us, he actually gives it to us. So we actually have epic rewards. When you hit certain levels in this company, and that one level is called the ambassador, and we'll get into that later. But when you become an ambassador, that's when the good things start rolling out. That Jordan ring, that Rolex watch, that paid vacation, the paid vacation with the flight, the paid vacation with the first class flight. Those will all happen as you get ranked up in this company. So they're very big about not just paying us, but actually giving us things to aspire to. Because honestly, am I going to buy a Rolex for myself? Not unless I plan to hold it as an investment and sell it. But if somebody gave me that Rolex, I'd keep it for the rest of my life because I earned it. So, it's just one of those things that it's like, you know what? If I was ever to get a Rolex, I'd want to earn it like that. Something that is first and foremost on a lot of people's mind is charity. There's a lot of charitable people in this organization, okay? And Marianne, can you mute whoever's making that noise? Let's see. Oops. Okay, so anyways, as far as charity goes, I've been in a lot of Fortune 500 companies that I've worked with, and charity has been one of the things that they have had in their forefront. I remember, doing the blood drives, doing the homeless, feed the homeless events, doing, the pet adoption things. Those were all things that were actually very meaningful to me. And I like a company that says, hey, we're going to be charitable. We're not just going to make money and teach people how to make money. We're going to show people how to take some of that money and infuse it back into your community, because this is where you're going to be able to reach and touch other people. Imagine, I've been to a homeless park and everything, and I've seen young people there, and I wonder, man, how did such a young person get over here? Those are the people we can reach out to and say that, listen, we actually have something here for you. So, I want to help you get back on your feet. And when you're ready, there's this thing called Forex trading. It'll change your life, and you'll never be in this situation again, and you'll be able to pay it forward. And then we have our clothing line, Epic Style. What's cool about Epic Style is it gives you a chance to talk to people based on what you're wearing. People might say that, hey, what does that say on your face mask? Oh, it's Epic. Well, what's Epic? Well, it's the Forex Trading Academy I'm a part of. Well, what's Forex trading? It's the ability to, buy and sell currencies and make a very lucrative income. So you can use the apparel to start conversation. Epic Kids is awesome. Our next generation is actually very, very important. They don't teach financial literacy in school. However, here at Epic and Epic University, we are actually going to teach our younger generation the value of a dollar, how to invest, and eventually how to do Forex trading, because this is generational wealth. Once you learn this skill, you could teach it to the kids in your family, and they can be set. I mean, right from a young age, as soon as they turn 18. I mean, before that, you could teach them, but once they're 18, they can start trading on their own. They can pay their way through college. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. We're trying to get to 100,000 people as soon as possible, and we're going to do it. We're probably going to do it this month. We didn't expect that in our first month we'd be able to do it during the pre-launch, but we're only 1 week in, and we have over 30,000 people signed up, and it just blows me away. Why do companies fail? They're undercapitalized. They have poor merchant processing. They have lack of executive leadership. I was recently in a company that had lack of executive leadership. It was very unfortunate because I thought the company had a lot of promise, but when things are not right at the top, it just trickles down to the bottom. And it's very hard to be motivated at the bottom when there's so much problems going at the top. Okay. As far as poor merchant processing, if you're not with a company that knows how to handle their vendors and handle their payroll and stuff, it's going to be a very bumpy road. The last thing you want to do is be a part of a company that cannot pay people on time. And as far as being undercapitalized, I've been in this situation before. You have an investment, you have a business, and you don't have the funds to take it to the next level, and you either go out of business or you have to sell the business. That's not fun either. For all of these situations, don't worry. Mr. McCovey and his team are, well-funded, well-capitalized. They have everything in place so you can rest your head at night knowing that you're with a great company. So here is our launch schedule. September 1st, we have the pre-launch that we had. And, I guess tomorrow will be 1 week. And we're almost at our goal. The goal for the month, can you imagine this? The goal for the month was to get 40,000 people to lock in their spots. We've already got 30,000. So I hope they keep moving that up, because I would hate for people to get stuck at 40,000 and it's like everybody has to wait until October 1st. I don't know what the company's going to do, but because it's growing so much, I say we just raise the bar. Go for 50,000, go for 60,000, because we are only 6 days into this month. We do 4 Zoom calls a day, okay? So 4 times a day, corporate will come and give the presentation. So this is the thing. If you're somebody that still has a full-time job, you're a busy person, you're like, Nick, I don't have time to give the presentations like you do. No problem. Just give them the corporate link, tell them what time the corporate webinars are, and then follow up with them afterwards. Corporate is here to do the heavy lifting for you. October 1st, we go live to the public. Right now we're in pre-launch. October 1st is the first day of Epic, okay? And that's, from that point on, that's how people can get paid the day after. So October 1st is when everybody, you know, pays their first monthly due and we're off and running. And then the goal is, I want to say October 11th, I could be wrong, but I think by October 11th, we'll check everybody's status, and whoever is at the ambassador status will get invited to a retreat in Mexico with all the ambassadors and above. And you'll find out what an ambassador is in just a bit. So again, 40,000 in 40 days, we're going to probably shatter that in the next few days. So compensation plan, this is what everybody wants to talk about, right? Nick, how do I get paid? Okay, so this is how you get paid. Number one, the cool thing is, for the life of the business, as long as you're a part of this business, you only need to maintain 3 active people, okay? You need 1 active person in each leg. So there's you, and then there's 3 legs underneath you. You need 1 active person in each leg. They don't have to be at the top of each leg. There's somewhere in the organization, you have to have 1 active member, okay? Now, when you accomplish that, the company says, hey, you know that $99 a month fee for the Epic University and the training and all the education and everything? We're going to go ahead and waive that temporarily. Thank you for bringing 3 people into the company. You don't have to pay the $99 for a while. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. So what happens now? Well, now you're in a position where you're building a team. So instead of $99, you're going to pay $24.95, about 25 bucks. Okay, now you have the ability to build your team, plus you're going to get some other perks and incentives to be an IBO, an independent business owner, some other tools and stuff to help you on your business. And once you have 10 people underneath you, 4 in your first leg, 4 in your second leg, and 2 in your third leg. When you have 10 people underneath you and you have 1 personal in each leg, the company is going to say that you now earn $500 a month residual income. But here's the cool thing. This company actually pays weekly. They don't want to pay you once a month. I mean, they understand you have bills weekly, so they want to pay you weekly. As a matter of fact, we understand that you have bills and expenses daily. So if you actually start Forex trading, you might as well make money daily too, right? So you're going to make $125 a week at that first level. When you get to the next level, which is founder 1,000, meaning you have 12, 12, and 6, then you're going to get $250 a week. And it just kind of keeps going up as your team builds. And at some point, your team's going to have exponential growth. Why? Because you're actually going to have leaders on your team that want to do the same thing you. It's not like you and a whole bunch of followers. You have leaders under you. You have people that want to hit those same goals. So when they start, when they start reaching for those goals, that's inevitably going to push you up. So, when you get to founder 5,000, that's kind of where it starts to become life-changing income, okay? Because there's a lot of people on this call, and for a big portion of my life, there was never a time where I made $5,000 a month. And I know for a lot of people, that number is always in their head. If I could make $5,000 a month, that would really, really change my life. And it's true. For a lot of people, depending where they live, $5,000 a month will change their life. But here's where it gets good. When you get to Ambassador 10, and that's by having 200 people in your first leg, 200 in your second, and 100 in your third. And remember, all you need to do is bring in 3 people that stay active, 1 in each leg. Everything else can be from exponential growth and duplication. If everybody does what you do, then it will blow up even quicker. Now, remember, we're in a pre-launch right now. People can lock their position for $20, not $99. So while we're in this pre-launch, I would tell people, go out and get as many people as you can. Go out and get 10, go out and get 15. Because let's be real, if you can't get them now at $20, do you think you're really gonna get them at $99? Prove to yourself that you can do it now. Start building that team. Make sure that on day 1, when we launch, you are in a position to at least be a founder 500. So the following week, you are in a position to get paid $125 out of your 500 monthly pay. Okay. Now, again, when you get to Ambassador 10, you're going to start to make $10,000 a month. $2,500 a week. Plus, if you do it by, I believe, October 11th, don't quote me on that, but I believe it's around October 11th. If you make Ambassador by then, you will be on that retreat and on your way to Mexico. So from there, it just kind of goes up. There's 2 more Ambassador levels where you can make $20,000 a month and $50,000. Then we get to the 6-figure club, which we call the Icon. Now, the first level of the Icon is when you have 5,000 team members, 2,000 in your first leg, 2,000 in your second leg, 1,000 in your third leg. When you do that, you are going to make $25,000 a week. In other words, $100,000 a month. You are officially making 6 figures a month, okay? And they even have 2 more levels after that. But here's the cool thing. Let's look at that epic position, because in a lot of other companies, there's no such thing as a 7-figure position. If there is, it happened a lot later. The company started with some positions and then added some positions as people ranked up. They're like, okay, well, they hit the top position, so let's open up another position. Well, Mr. McCovey and Mr. Lisiaga, they were like, you know what, them two, they're like, well, we're gonna go for that $1 million position. So from day one, David and David had decided that we're going to have $1 million position from day one. And I just looked at the top 10 list of network marketers in the world. The first person on that list, they make $1.2 million a month, okay? But they've been in that company, I want to say 14 years. Mr. McCovey and Mr. Lisiaga, they want somebody to hit this $1 million mark within the first 90 days, if not sooner. And with the exponential growth we're having, by having 30,000 members already in our first week, this is actually very possible, because look, it only takes 30,000 people in your first leg, 30,000 people in your second, and 15,000 in your third. Now, I'm not saying those like it's only, but I mean, the thing is, it's attainable, right? It might not be attainable in 30, 60, or 90 days, but if you keep plugging away at this and you keep showing people how they can make money in Forex, don't you think it's even possible to maybe get to that Icon level, $100,000 a month? I mean, I'm thinking in my head, I'm getting close to 2,000 people on my team right now, right? I mean, they're not in, they're in different legs and everything. But if I had one leg of 2,000, then another leg of 2,000, and another leg of 1,000, well, I'm making $100,000 a month. So I'm starting to see the big picture here. It's like, well, if in 6 days, my team can put in 1,900 people, then what's going to happen a year from now? Maybe I will be an Icon. Maybe, I'll be even higher. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that with consistency, leadership, duplication, the right systems, everybody can start pushing for these different goals and get to where they want to go, okay? So anyways, I spent a little too much time on the compensation plan, but I know it makes a lot of people happy, so I wanted to talk about it. Anyways, so this is what it looks like visually. You're at the top, you have 3 legs. Leg number 1, 40% of your volume. Leg number 2, 40%. And leg number 3, 20%. Okay, so if you just fill out this matrix that's in front of you, if you get this done by October 1st and all of those people pay their $99, you're going to be a Founder 500 when we get paid a little bit later, about a week and a half later. You're going to get your $125 payment. So just think about that. You pay $99 on October 1st, and a few days later, the company says, hey, thanks, here's $125 back. You're like in profit, like right off the bat. So that's how cool this compensation plan is, because they don't have high requirements, plus they pay you weekly. So in this age of pandemic, there's still opportunity out there. With all the fear mongering out there, with all the unfortunate people that, have lost their life, with everything that's going on, and the way of life that has been altered severely for people. Some people haven't seen their family in a long time. Some people have missed families' funerals. I missed my 40th birthday. Not too happy about that, but it's okay, because we're going to go to Mexico, so we can make up for that, right? We'll just have to go for ambassador and get all that back. But the point I'm trying to make is that in a world of negativity, we have something positive here we could share with people, okay? So do yourself a favor and share it with as much as people as you can. Don't prejudge anybody. If you think that they're going to say no, let them say no, because at least you can say that, hey, I told them about it. And when I'm in Mexico, I can still tell them that, hey, I told you about it, but you didn't want to do it. The last thing you want to do is prejudge. I've actually had this happen to myself. I've been doing network marketing for 20 years. It's happened to me at a younger age where I prejudged somebody, and a couple of months later, I saw them at the meeting sign up under somebody else. Worst feeling in the world. So don't do that to yourself. Don't prejudge anybody. It's better to get a no than find out later they joined under somebody else. Okay. So, and right now, there's a lot of people, they are unemployed. They're waiting for stimulus checks, and they need some sort of opportunity, because you can't be complacent right now. Richard Branson said that in a recession, in these troubling times, this is when the most innovation and the most millionaires are created. And I'm telling you, Epic is going to make millionaires. And I want you guys to be a part of it. Now, in life, the road has a lot of bumps, a lot of twists and turns. Sometimes there's an accident. Sometimes you got to get back on your feet. I didn't know that I would even be here. Okay. 2 months ago, I wasn't even looking at network marketing. You know, I was focused on something completely different. This just kind of fell into my lap. It was the right thing at the right time with the right people. And I told myself, you know what? I've got one more network marketing run in me, and I'm going to do it here because I want to learn Forex trading. I want to have a skill set that when all this is said and done, I could sit at the computer for an hour or two a day, make some money, and go golfing or go to the beach or, you know, just hang out with family or go to the movies. That's the type of lifestyle that Forex trading can provide for you. Forex trading is like the new real estate. Do you remember, you know, people who say, oh, real estate has made more millionaires than any other industry? Very, very true. However, not everybody can afford real estate. There's a lot of red tape, and, you know, for some people, it's just a little bit too hard. But to be able to sit at your computer and just focus for a little while, you can make a lot more money than that. And, you know, my thing is, when it comes to this, treat this like a business, please. Treat Forex trading like a business. First of all, Epic University, treat it like a real university, because they actually teach Forex at Harvard University, okay? So take that seriously, because if you put in a couple of good years of learning Forex trading, it will pay you like you have your own enterprise. But if you don't take it seriously, if you trade without having your mindset right and without training properly, it turns into a hobby. And guess what? Businesses make money. Hobbies cost money. So you decide what you want to do. So again, the last thing I want to say is the first thing I wanted to say is, shouldn't you be first at least something in your life, right? And as I wrap up all my conversations with my favorite quote, the end result of fear is the death of a possibility, okay? So if you're scared to do this, oh, I don't know if I can do Forex trading. Oh, I don't know if I can recruit people. Well, by saying that, you're pretty much, you know, sealing your fate that you can't. Okay, you've destroyed all the possibility because you're not even able to try. But if you are able to try, if you are able to put $20 down today and join the team and lock your spot, and you have the rest of the month to learn the system, you have the rest of the month to attend the live trade sessions. And by next week, we're going to have those trade alerts coming. If you can get your account set up and get your MetaTrader 4 on your app, you can start putting trades in on your phone. Let the coaches tell you what to do. And I guarantee you, if you're like, Nick, I don't know if I'll have money by October 1st. Well, do you have $20 today? If you have $20 today and you follow everything we're telling you, by the end of the month, you can have $100 just from the trading, and then we'll just kind of take off from there. So again, my name is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas. Thank you very much for attending, and I will open it up for questions. All right. Marianne, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. And am I sharing my screen still or no?
No, you're not.
Okay. Great, great. All right. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.